Hello, everyone. Howdy. How are you doing? It's William here from Allegory Gallery, and I'm at home, and I'm a little winded. It's been a hot day here in Ligonier. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's too hot, too fast, I say. Welcome. Happy Monday. We hope you're all doing well. Things are cooking and moving and shaking around here. We have so much going on. We've been working all weekend long, late into the night, very late into the night for Andrew. I try and get a little bit more sleep because of my heart issues, but he has been working like a champ for hours and hours and hours and hours, and he is resting right now. So I am going to do the live, and this is his one chance to get a little bit of rest in between hours working on projects. Like I said, I was up until about 7 a.m. and then I took a little bit of a sleep. And then got up and went. I had to get an oil change today. We're going on our trip to Memphis starting tomorrow. That's a whole other thing, and amongst everything else that we're doing and planning. So we're getting ready for that as well. And so let's just start. Let me take a breath. And let's start and say hi to some people who are here with us. Thank you for joining us today. Suzanne is here. Hello, Suzanne. Our neighbor Susie is here. Hello, Susie. I have Gilbert in the window. Gilbert's tuning in today. I let him come in the room with me because the little ones are driving him crazy today. So he's getting a little reprieve here upstairs with me in the window. Marianne is here. She's going to watch on TV. Thanks so much, Marianne. Cindy is here. Hello, Cindy. Suzanne said we had a hard rain, and now there's a huge pro-Palestinian protest near my house. Massive police presence. We are okay. Good. I'm glad you're okay. Hopefully everything stays civil and everything is okay there. Says, how's everyone else doing? Yes. How is everyone else doing? How is everyone? Michelle is here. Norma is here. Cinnamon sends the love, says Suzanne. Barnaby is not up here with me today. He was trying to get out. We've been doing projects in and out of the house today. Some in the yard, some in the kitchen, some in the dining room, some at the cottage, some in the living room. We have projects all over the place right now. We are starting our Forever Home campaign. If you did not see the news about that, Andrew posted it this morning. I posted it and shared it. We shared it on the Allegory Gallery page. It starts on our Patreon. That's where you can read about it. You do not have to be a member to read about it. It is an open post, open to everyone. But if you would like to join the Patreon, let me throw up that banner. How about that? There it is, patreon.com/Star Cottage Studio. And so the Patreon we started to help fund the things we do in our jewelry workshop at Star Cottage Studio. That's the filming. We have our filming center there. We have our jewelry workshop there. Ooh, I always forget. It's going to give a thumbs up. I'm trying to count. So our filming studio is there. We have the jewelry workshop there. The Allegory Gallery online store fulfillment is there. And then we do a bunch of other stuff there too. So we started the Patreon originally for that and to fund that. And that is what most of the Patreon goes toward. Every month we take some of that money. Sometimes we don't take any of it until we stockpile enough that we need to use it for something specific, or if we're saving up for something. But it goes to renovate, it goes to update, it goes to keep up to date, it goes to anything that helps out around the cottage. Sometimes that's new materials for the studio, sometimes that's to help us pay Jen for tutorials, just different things like that. So the Patreon, Suzanne says, do you need the Patreon app to join? No, you can go to the website. You can go right here. Well, actually, it's on this side on your screen. Right here, patreon.com/Star Cottage Studio. And you can join from there. I don't know I know a lot of web browsers allow you to turn on notifications so you don't miss posts and things from certain websites. You might be able to do that from the Patreon website. Otherwise, you would have to go to the Patreon website, I think, and check on new things. If you have the app, it does give you notifications when a new post happens and things like that. I think you can also sign up for email notifications for new posts. So there's that too. But you do not need the app for it. You can join right on the website. I think Suzanne asked the question earlier today whether when you join, when it bills you. From everything I have read, they have moved to a new kind of billing cycle recently where the date you join is the date you're rebilled. So if you join right now, for example, I know on some sites, if you join at the end of the month, you get charged right away again at the beginning of the next month. That's not how this is supposed to work. This one, you join, and then you will see, and I went through it myself today to make sure, you will see when you join, or when you're about to join, when you're about to submit and go through the process, it will tell you, like today it told me, it said, you will be billed today and on the 29th of every month. So it will bill you on the date that you join. So you don't have to worry about joining late in the month and then getting hit again right away. I know a lot of people don't care about that. You're trying to support us. That's the whole purpose of it. But you will not be billed for like the tiny portion of the month that's left. It should bill you on your billing date. So you can choose the date that you want to be billed by joining to our Patreon on that date. All right. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining us. Fran is here as well. Hello, Fran. Good to see you here. Norma says, I had just started catching up on the Patreon when you came on. I got as far as the gutter replacement. I still have to read the bronze clay and the forever home. Yes, today is all about the forever home. This is the start of it all. Barbara is here. Hello, Barbara. And it says it does send you an email when you post, so you can do that too. That's an option. Susie gets notifications in her email as well. Good. I thought it did. I wasn't 100% sure because I have the app and I'm in the admin, so I don't exactly know. I know when somebody subscribes, it sends me an update in the app, which I like to see. I like that little notification that somebody has joined. So that really does help. There are lots of things that we are doing for the Forever Home. If you didn't read that, you can go to the Patreon site and read all about that, but I'm going to kind of tell you about it. So most of you know we are moving our store to Johnstown, right? And we were blessed by some angel investors who allowed us to acquire the building in Johnstown. And we are in the process of planning and renovating slightly as much as we can, that building to house Allegory Gallery as the forever home for Allegory Gallery. It's one of those things that we have been, we've been in business over 12 years, nearing 13 years now, I believe, which is crazy to think. Wow. Yeah, I think, when did we start? We might have hit 13. I can't, it's crazy right now. But yeah, we're nearing 13 years in business. We have always been looking for a forever home for Allegory Gallery. And while the building in Johnstown was not meant originally to be the home for Allegory Gallery, we had another business plan there, as many of you know. Through everything that went on last year, with the loss of my job, the death of Andrew's father, and just things that changed our whole outlook on things, we decided that the best thing to do was to give Allegory Gallery that home. And as the store traffic started to dwindle a little bit here in Ligonier, and the store wasn't, bringing in as many people, there are lots of reasons probably for that. The pandemic hit people very hard, and it was hard to continue. We couldn't continue classes. We couldn't continue our programming through the pandemic. And once sometimes that stuff falls away, it's very hard to get back. And so we never got back to the kind of rhythm and things that we had before that. And so we are moving to a bigger city, which I think will also help. It seems like people are very interested in us coming there. They're very excited. We're excited to be there. While this is a crazy time right now for us and we are pressured and feel the pressure, we are very excited still to have a forever home for Allegory Gallery. So you can read more about what Andrew wrote in the Patreon as far as the forever home, but we are launching a large campaign today, starting today, and we will be rolling out more things. You know, we usually we always pressure ourselves when we release a campaign to give you like tons of stuff. And, you know, we would have liked to do that. We still have a lot of stuff to show you today, but we try and like have a very big, impactful outing of things for a campaign. And this weekend, we worked very hard and pushed ourselves very hard. And some things worked, some things didn't work, some things we got together, some things we didn't quite get together yet. So we are going to continue adding to this campaign. This is kind of, you know, one of those things that, and it may also work out the best for some of you too, that you will be able to support us more, you know, seeing things roll out slowly rather than having this onslaught of stuff come out. So I don't know. You know, like I said, normally, I don't know what you all prefer. Normally we like to have this big bang and like, here's so much stuff being thrown at you. But sometimes that doesn't always work. So we still have a number of things to show you anyway today. We have some pendants to show you that Andrew created with some quotes. I know some of you love the quote pendants. I did not get all the pictures yet today to get them in the online store, so I'm working on that. Got a lot of pictures, but I haven't edited them and got them up yet. So I'm going to show you those. If you would like to claim any of those, you can through email, and we'll go ahead and do it that way. But I will get them in the online store. Right now in the online store, there's a very, very, very limited number of Forever Home inspiration boxes. These are the inspiration boxes packed in a small priority box. They are $75. They are all different. None of them are ever the same. We pack them with all different things. Sometimes there are some crossovers, but generally not any one of them is similar to the other. We don't like have like this many of this thing and this many of this thing and this many of this thing. So those are available right now in the online store. You can grab those. Like I said, very limited quantity on those. And Barb is away this week, so we will be shipping those once we get back from Memphis. So there's a little note that they'll ship in 1 to 2 weeks. They will be ready. We've got them mostly all packed and ready. We just need to get them finalized. We've been working all weekend on those, so they will ship out once we get back from Memphis. And if you didn't know, we're going to Memphis tomorrow. I think I mentioned that a little bit at the beginning. So we will be heading down there starting tomorrow. We will be down there Wednesday for the opening of the show that Andrew curated. Right. And let me, I think it is, the show runs until, wait, it's going to be May 1st, I think until June 2nd. And so you can check that out. I'm just going to grab, and on the 3rd is Andrew's, let me make sure, I think I put an event up. I'm just checking here. Yes. So there is an event that has a link. So the show is, sorry, I have a message coming up. So No Place Like Home is a show Andrew curated for the Metal Museum in Memphis, Tennessee. It deals with queer artists and their idea and interpretation through their art, what home means to them. So this kind of, you know, there's no place like home, and we're working on a forever home for Allegory Gallery, and things are just jiving, right? Things are jiving. We also gave you all the AG Live Challenge last week to create a piece of work or show us a piece of your work that reflects home for you, and tag it No Place Like Home Exhibition. No Place Like Home Exhibition. And so you can also tag us, please. Tag the Metal Museum in Memphis. Everyone will be glad to see that. So we do hope that you will do that. You don't have to just share that in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group. You can share that wide. Please share it everywhere. We want this to blow up. Show us through your work what home means to you. Suzanne says, I love the quotes. Yeah, the quote pendants are awesome, right? Michelle asks, is Johnstown an artistic community? They are becoming, Johnstown is becoming a very artistic community. It used to be, Johnstown was a very, very large steel producer in the country. Bethlehem Steel was there, US Steel was there. My grandfather worked for those businesses. And so it used to be a steel city, like Pittsburgh was. And once the steel pulled out of the city, it fell into very hard times. So it is, Suzanne's coming back later, dinner now. Thank you. We'll see you in a little bit. So Johnstown is coming back. And one of the reasons it is coming back is because a lot of creative businesses are starting in Johnstown. And so there are museums and creative spaces popping up, and we know jewelry people who have moved from all different places all over the country to come to Johnstown. So we want to be a part of that. We want to help that. We feel like we're in a position where we can really give our experience and our time and our energy to continuing to create that awesome artistic community and creative community, and really hopefully make Johnstown a beacon of the arts and continue that making heritage. You think steel, you think industrial, but that's also, it was a place of making. Things were made there. So that was, it's something that I'm close to Johnstown because of my grandparents. They met there, they grew up there, they met there. My grandfather worked there, my grandmother worked there for a while. And so for me, it has family ties. I believe my great-grandparents immigrated there because that's where my grandparents were born. So whether they immigrated there directly or they ended up being there, that's where my great-grandparents lived. And so it's one of those things that for me, it has family ties. And to be able to help bring it back means a lot. So hopefully Allegory Gallery can be a small part of what helps make Johnstown, a creative and artistic center and a place where people want to come and visit. Susie says, the man that owned the house below you, Jack Wilt, worked at Bethlehem Steel in Johnstown back in the day. I'm sure a lot of people from this area did. Johnstown was not far from Ligonier, and Bethlehem Steel was a big employer back in the day. So yeah, so that's I guess that I try to answer that question, Michelle. Is Johnstown an artistic center? It's getting there, and I hope it continues to get there. So let's backtrack a little bit. How was your weekend, everybody? Everybody have a good weekend? I hope so. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a fantastic time. It's weird to think that it was the weekend because we've been so busy. I don't know what day it is. The only way I know weekends anymore is that there are days that we don't go live. That's all I know. When the day to go live starts to come around again, it's Monday. That's what I know. It is very hot here, so if I feel like I'm like out of breath or I'm glistening, that's why. That's why I'm like sweating sitting here. We got to get the air conditioners in. Andrew, before he went to rest, he's like, I am melting. Like it's crazy. And of course we have the windows open. It starts off cool in the mornings, and it starts off cool, and then it gets hot. And we leave the windows open for the cats, especially the kittens, because they can't go outside. We take Barnaby and Gilbert out, but the kittens don't get to go outside, so they get some fresh air through the windows. But that brings the heat in throughout the day. So once we get back from Memphis, we gotta arrange some things, move some things around to get to the air conditioners. We have some big portable kind of standing air conditioners that we put in the kitchen area, and then I gotta dig out the ones that are for the windows, which are in closets and in spaces that we got to dig out from because we moved so much into the house from the store. But yeah, our weekend was busy doing this, creating things for all of you. So hopefully you like these. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining in. I feel like it's been a while, Teresa. Have we not seen you in a while? We were talking, we haven't seen the Teresas in a while the other day. And I don't know if I've missed you here in the last few days when we were talking, since we were talking about that. Let's see. Michelle says, hubby is definitely leaving for Vegas next month. That's good news. And Michelle, you said, did I get your email? I have not looked at email today. So I don't know if it was before that. I think I replied to one, but I have not been able to check everything out yet. But I did not get to email today. Sorry, everybody. Michelle says, my mom is doing great on her recovery, much better than I did. It's good news she's doing great. I'm sorry yours was not easy, but I'm glad that she is doing much better. And how is everybody else doing? Let me know. If you're here, please say hi. We got a lot going on. All my computers are going crazy. Did anyone else who has Apple equipment go through the whole password thing that happened? I don't know, I think it was Friday. I was on the live and I was telling you all the password kept popping up, the password prompt. Apparently there was something. I haven't seen I don't know if they've released any news on what happened. But a lot of people with Apple devices got logged out, or they've had to re-log in or change their password. And some people have had a really hard time. I was, knock on wood, able to change my password and get back in pretty easily. But every single one of my devices, because everything's connected to iCloud nowadays, it's, all these computers are connected to the cloud and they all do things. So all of my devices are asking me to re-enter passwords and confirm things, and it's been crazy. Like my desktop for some reason was turned off, so I just turned it on. It takes it a long time. It's old. It takes it a long time to start up. It's been starting up since before I started this live, just to give you an idea. And it just now finally is, I think, all the way up, except photos haven't come up yet. So yeah, it's asking me to sign in. So yeah, it's been crazy. Teresa's been busy with making jewelry for your company. That's awesome. That's a good thing. Susan says, Saturday we went to our friend's new wave DJ spin at a place called the Royale for lunch. That's awesome. Stopped at a local bookstore for Indie Bookstore Day. Picked up 2 books. Nice. Michelle has Android, Samsung stuff. Susan has Apple, but didn't have that problem. Wow. That's good. Good thing, because some people really have, some people have had to wipe their devices to get things to work. It's not been great. Sandra says, let's see here, leaving for Raleigh tomorrow, closing on Thursday. Woohoo, that's awesome. I am still sick and the thought of flying is scary, so congested. Send positive vibes my way. Definitely will. Sending you good vibes. Yeah, that's awesome that you're getting to close. And that has to be a relief, right? After such a journey of packing and then hoping and then searching and then things falling through and then searching again and hoping again. We know what it's like, and we're so happy for you. And we can't wait till you're a little bit closer, right? You're gonna be closer now, right? That'll be good. Sanders also had no issues with Apple. That's good. Norma says, haven't been on my iPad. I should probably check that. My phone is Android. Yeah, I don't know. Just out of the nowhere, some people, and it seems like a good number of people, were asked to re-enter their stuff, and no one knows why. No one knows why. Pearl is here. Hello, since I haven't been on a live in a bit. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us. Sandra says the loan was just approved today. That's an awesome feeling, right? It feels so good when things come together. At least it wasn't Pearl E is Terry. Hello, Terry. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving me your name. I'll try and remember that that's you. I'm glad you can be here today. Yeah, so the loan being approved, isn't that awesome? At least you weren't like waiting like until the day of, and like some people even on here were telling horror stories of waiting hours and into the night for the loan to be approved and things to go through. So I'm glad that you're set. You just gotta get feeling better, right? We'll send the good energy your way, and you can get on that plane and go buy your house. What an amazing feeling, right? And then you can move, which we know what that feels like. Moving is not great, but it is great. The process is hard, but the feeling is great once it's done. So, yeah. Let's see, what else? Did you watch the Saturday morning tutorial? Jen did an awesome coil spring-like looking component, and then she taught you how to make a bracelet with it. And so that was our Saturday morning tutorial Saturday morning. If you missed that, it debuted at 8:30 in the morning on Saturday, like most of our Saturday morning tutorials. And if you didn't see it already, it's available on our YouTube channel, and only on our YouTube channel. The week before, Jen was not with us. She was still away, so Andrew did a live, and he did a live on YouTube and Facebook. But generally, the Saturday morning tutorials are only on YouTube, so you can watch it there. We appreciate that. Norma said, just watch the tutorial this afternoon. Awesome. Cindy says, yes, I did. It made two. We'll post later. Awesome. Can't wait to see them. Yeah, we're just like, it's been crazy. We did not go down to North Carolina for Fire on the Mountain. We had hoped to do that. We had planned to do that. And then once we got to the time when it was about time to think about starting the drive, we were both like, this is going to be a long time. And we wanted to start our Forever Home campaign, so that would have taken a day away from that. So we were able to start more on that campaign, which we started in kind of spurts, bits and pieces here and there. So there's a lot of things in progress. Things done, we've got some to show you today, though. We're going to show you some. And I think it's nice to start a little bit slow. Right? So, yeah, what else is happening? So we leave tomorrow. Friend Susie's going to watch the fur babies for us. We appreciate that, and keep an eye on the house. We will be down there for the opening of No Place Like Home, Andrew's show that he curated. And then we will be coming back. That's on Wednesday. We will be coming back then Thursday at some point, with lots more work to do once we get here back home. Sandra says, thanks, William. It's definitely been a journey. I've been looking for a year, so relieved and happy and excited too. Yes, it's an exciting time, right? New chapters for lots of people. It's a good thing. Yeah. So what else? Am I forgetting something? I'm probably forgetting a lot. We probably will not have our lives during certain days this week due to the change up of what we're doing. We might pop on lives, shorter lives, or do some more reels and things like that to show you the show and the opening and all that. I'm sure we'll do that. But I don't think we're going to have our regular lives. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on. We don't quite know yet. It's all kind of, I went and got the oil change today so that we could safely take the trip. It had been a little while since we got that oil changed, and the car needed it. So our little Appa, and Appa's the one that we did the brakes on. So we're going to take that take Appa down, just because we know the brakes are all well and new and done. Got an oil change now, and we should be good to go. So yeah. I keep thinking, what am I missing? Probably missing a lot, but let me take this banner down. Well, we can leave it up for a little while. Susan says, Sandra, this is so exciting. Sending good energy to you that all goes well. Marianne says, hey, all here now. Hello, Marianne. Thanks for joining in. Good to see you here. We're just chit-chatting a little bit, catching up. It's nice to catch up a little bit. Andrew and I have been like, what do they say, nose to the grindstone? Is that the saying? For days and days and days, working on different things. We're working on so much, everybody. We've been working on so much. We have, like I said, so many things in progress for the Forever Home campaign. And I'm going to show you some of the quote pendants today. I have, what do I have here today? I have some quote pendants. I have a kit here today for you. I already told you the mystery. We're calling it an inspiration. The Forever Home inspiration boxes. Those are the small priority boxes full of good treasures. We have a very limited, we're not making many of those this time. Those are hard to make. And we had so many problems with some of the other ones before. And so we are not making a lot of them. We've already started on them. We will be shipping those out when we get back from Memphis shortly after that. So we're only making a few. So if you want to grab yours, please go to allegorygallery.com. It's at the very top of the page. I put a big banner for Forever Home. The Forever Home campaign is up there. The mystery boxes are there. Please, if you're buying the mystery boxes with other things, there's a note in the description that says this too. Please buy the mystery boxes separately. There's no way on our website that I can figure out to fairly charge shipping for those in addition to the other things you buy. I wish I could add a separate shipping charge for them, just them, but it doesn't seem to ever work exactly right. And I think it's because we do our stuff by weight. If I put in a certain weight for those, it kicks up into priority, but then it doesn't always charge the right amount. If you buy more than one, it doesn't charge the right amount. If you add them with other things, it thinks it's all, of course, going into the same priority box. So it's one of those things. But if you do want to grab one, please grab them on their own, in their own order. And then if you want to order anything else, you can order that way separately. And there will be 2 shipping charges because we cannot combine orders with those. Those are self-contained. We pack them full. Anybody who's gotten one of our mystery boxes or inspiration boxes before, you know they have lots of good stuff in them. We charge $75 for them. We always try to put at least twice that amount in there for you so that you feel like you're getting your bang for your buck. And like I said, these will ship pretty dang fast because they're in the process already. And we possibly can, but Barb's not even going to be here this week and possibly until Friday anyway. So they will ship out either the end of this week or the beginning of next week is when it should be. But I put 1 to 2 weeks in there in the description just to cover, just in case anything happens in Memphis, knock on wood, nothing bad, maybe anything good happens in Memphis. But those are available and you can grab those now. You're getting first notice. I haven't told anybody about those yet. Let's see. Let the excitement override the congestion, Sandra, says Marianne, right? Marianne says, better yet, you could hope a good night's rest will get rid of it. Yes. Get some rest, right? Get some rest. So let me flip the camera around and let's start looking at some things that we've got. If you would like to claim any of these before I get them into the online store, you can certainly do that. Just send us an email for that stuff and I will do my best to get through it. I have not gotten through all of the metal bead lots yet. I still have to invoice for those and finish those up. I have to finish counting to make sure we have what we say we have. At least I'm going to try my best to do that. So that has been one of the things that has been a little bit holding me up yet. All right, a little bit of holding me up yet. Okay, let me flip this camera around. Thank you to everybody who's joined us. Please hit the share button. Please hit that like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. We really appreciate that. And we're so thankful for all of you. You know, this Forever Home campaign is really, you know, something special to really hopefully give Allegory Gallery a space permanently in a community where it can grow and it can flourish, and we can, you know, do so many different things that we weren't able to do in a place that we rented. You know, we always stayed away from doing a lot of, you know, fire stuff or real like heavy duty metalworking, because we shared walls with people and it just wasn't conducive to certain things. And now giving Allegory its own space is, you know, really, it's really going to make a difference. And we've had a lot of pitfalls here along the way, holdups, delays. And, you know, things with delays is the things that you don't realize when things are delayed, other things sometimes get in the way or eat up funds that were meant for other things, right? So we're doing this Forever Home campaign so that we can get the funds together to really hopefully open Allegory in the way that we would like to up there, to do the work that we want to do. You know, we're going to put in labor and the sweat equity and all that, but to really do the work and that we would love to do to get started up there, get started, you know, the right way, the way we want. We need your help. That's what it is. We need your help. So if you want to see a community, you know, have a creative space and enable us to do wildly creative things and different things that we've never done in our store before. Like we're talking about doing like ring making, pendant making, and metalworking, like those kind of classes maybe up there. That's a real possibility, depending on what kind of things we can what kind of money we can put together when it comes right down to it, and how quickly we can move on all this. So we really do thank you. We really appreciate all of you out there. I know during our lives, I know a lot of the same people watch, and I know you hear this all the time, but we're not only thankful for you, and we're not only reaching out to you, we're reaching out to anybody who's out there, anybody who, you know, wants to help a creative space prosper, anybody who wants to, you know, really not only help us prosper, but we are moving into an area that is a little bit underprivileged. It's one of those areas that, you know, I think really could benefit from having a space where people can come to do things and to learn things for free or for not a lot of money. And it's one of the reasons we chose the area. It's one of the reasons we chose Johnstown. It means a lot to me. As I said, Johnstown has been in my family for a long time, but also to see the people in the area, and there are so many people that seem excited to be able to do something like what we do. And, you know, we're always trying to get back to the community as best as we can. We always try to do these things in a way that it doesn't overcharge people, right? We're not going in to try to, you know, some people go into a place to get as much as they can get out of it and then move on. And that's never what we've been about. We want to go in, we want such a, like, we're already making friends with shop owners around the area there that are in that little area. Um, you know, it's one of those places that it's underserved, um, but there's such nice people around. Like every time I'm up there, there's somebody new walking down the street. They're walking their dog, or they're just walking down the street, wave hi, chit chat a little bit. It's one of those places that gets, that I don't know. It makes you feel like anybody can be welcome there, and it's not the it's not the feeling that that area always gets in the town or in the city. But it's such a good, like, it feels good there. Like, it just feels good. And we just want to do good by these people. We want to give them something to do. We want to give them, something that's not cost prohibitive to them. And we want to help, we're always about trying to make changes in people's lives. And I'm trying not to break down because I think of myself. I've been thinking a lot about my youth. I'm tearing up now. I got to stop. I think a lot about my youth, and the more I think about it, the more I realize we really didn't have a lot. And I've always said this, and I was spoiled in certain ways. And I know that my grandparents spoiled us, my aunt spoiled us. My mom, though, did not have a lot of money. She worked very hard, but we did not have a lot. And that spoiling helped us have clothes for school, helped us have, kind of the things we needed. And it allowed me to take the money that I made. I started working when I was 14. That's the legal age you can start working, at least I know here in Pennsylvania. You can start at 14 for limited hours. And so from 14 on, my mom picked us up generally after school, took us to work, my brother and we worked. But most of our money, we were very fortunate in that most of the money we made, we were able to keep. So we could do little things with our money. And I grew up in such a small area. There wasn't something like Allegory Gallery. There were no creative places to go. So, I would have loved something like this, a little neighborhood store to be able to go to and spend my little bit of money that I had and learn something. But I didn't have that chance. And luckily, through everything, I grew up with a very supportive family, who, kind of ensured and made sure and helped keep me on the right track. Because there were times, like, I could have seen my life go a very different way. And when I look at all of that, and as we've been thinking about Johnstown and thinking about this area, and I can see kids in this area who don't have a lot. And it makes me reflect on all of that. And it makes me think about, like, where are these kids going and what are these kids able to do? And, if there aren't things for these kids to do, what happens to them? So, I didn't expect this. Sorry. So it's really one of those things that we are trying very hard to do as much as we can with Allegory Gallery there, so that we can provide things for these kids to do, and projects, and classes and learning, and and not overcharge them and not make them feel like they're outsiders in their own community. Because moving in, we're going to be the outsiders, and when somebody, you see somebody moving in with a store, and they bought a building and they're moving in a store, it makes it look like what are they going to do? Like, who are these people? And so it's important to us that we're trying to show that we are giving toward our community that we take part in, and that we are trying to be. We've always talked that in a lot of ways, Allegory Gallery really probably should be a nonprofit, because we try very hard to give back to the community so much that sometimes it's a detriment to our bank account and our life in some ways, but not to our hearts. To our hearts, it's never a detriment. So it's one of those things that we're really trying hard, and we get frustrated when we can't do what we want, not because we just can't do what we want, but because we want to do so much for these people. Not that they need us. I don't want to say that either. They don't need us to come in and do anything, but we want to give the opportunity. We want to give the opportunity. And that's why we're raising funds. And that's why we're trying to do as much as we can. And I'm tearing up, trying to hold it back. Nobody wants to see me fall apart on air. But that's why, we have things to show you today. We're a little frustrated we don't have more, but we will. We will. And we hope you like them. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Suzanne's back from dinner. Awesome. Fran says, you and Andrew are the best. Thank you so much. We try hard. We try hard. She says, don't apologize. It's good. Y'all have such big hearts. It's awesome to watch y'all. We try. That's what it's about. It's, I don't have a good game face, do I? My eyes are getting red. I'm not even letting the tears come out. My eyes are red. Suzanne says, you've helped many people. We try, we try. And we're probably, when you look at it as a business, we probably don't go about things the right way all the time. Because we're not always in it for the profit. And as a business, you need to be to stay a business. That's why I always say that we probably should have started as a nonprofit. But that comes with a whole load of other things. But we kind of run our business with the mindset of a nonprofit, that you are there to give back, right? And sometimes that affects our bottom line to a point where it makes things very difficult. And with the delays we've had, things are difficult, but we want to get there, and we want to get there for the people who, the kids who might be like me or like Andrew, who need a place like this and who can be supported in a place like this. So anyway, I gotta stop. I've got to stop. I keep doing it to myself. Sandra says, how inspiring, William. So excited to see where this takes you. You are both awesome. Thank you. We try. It's just who we are. It's just who we are. It's what we want to do with our lives. Marion says, you're going to make me cry in a good way. Right? Susan says, we need Barnaby to come in and hug you. I know. Gilbert's over there. He almost rolled off he was rolling around in his window. He almost rolled off his little thing. Terry sending heart faces. Thank you so much. Okay, before I totally break down, gonna need to blow my nose soon. How is it you don't even cry and you're like all stuffy and everything just like you did? It's not fair. All right. Anyway, before I blabber on anymore, let's go ahead. I'm going to flip this camera around. We're going to take a look at some stuff we do have for you. And we will have more, like I said. So any support y'all can offer us, and anything that you can grab from any of this that we're showing you today will be much appreciated. Like I said, we already have the mystery, we're not calling them a mystery box. They are an inspiration box. They are the Forever Home inspiration boxes. They are in the online store. You can get those right now at the top of our website. I'm just going to make sure they actually made it there. Has anyone grabbed one yet? Make sure they're actually there. Yeah, it looks like they're there. So because I did that right before I started the live, and I'm like, did I actually turn it on now that I'm thinking about it? I created the product, but did I turn it on? Alrighty. Let me get my Instagram up here, make sure no one's saying anything there. We're good, we're good. Okay. Oh, hold on, everybody. I got to. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Whew. Taking a break, taking a breather, taking a drink. I'm dehydrating myself. I'm just going to blame the heat, everybody. It's all the heat, sorry. Okay. Let me turn on, I think this other light helped a lot the other day. So, Andrew has created a ton of new quote pendants. There are 12, I believe. 4, 8. There are 12 new quotes dealing with home. And they come in a variety of different colors. This is why I've not gotten them all online. I think there are 6 different colors in the acrylic, and maybe 5 in the acrylic and 1 in wood. There are a lot. And that's a lot of combinations to take pictures of and get into the online store. So I'm going to show them to you today. And if you would like one, you can email us. I just threw one across the floor. Let me go get that. If you would like to grab one, you can email us and we can invoice you for it. I'm hoping to get these in the online store tonight, but these are the ones, they're a little tricky sometimes with the color. So daytime lighting is usually better, but I have some pretty good lights going on in here. I finally got my lighting set up a little bit better here, I think. So maybe I will get them up tonight. We're going to be working on a lot of stuff tonight. Like I said, we've been up till about 7 a.m. Most mornings. That's a long time for me, and then I sleep a little bit in the afternoon. And then get up and do it again. Andrew's been sleeping even less than that, so it's been quite the time lately. I'm going to show you these. I'm going to start them in the wood, actually. I'm going to start them in the wood, because the wood is where we started everything with our pendants. And so let's take a look at the wood ones. And these are all, I believe, I'm not even going to say because, yeah, they're about 1.5 inches. They're all about 1.5 inches pendants. Yeah, they're 1.5 inches. So they're like our other pendants. And let's start. How about it? The home should be the treasure chest of living. Le Corbusier. The home should be the treasure chest of living. And these will have an AG logo on the back like most of ours do. I have not peeled the back yet because of that. So they will have an AG on the back. The home should be the treasure chest of living. Again, if you want to purchase any of these, you can. I'm going to show you the quotes in the wood, and then I'm going to show you the various color options available. All right. So every one of these quotes I'm showing you is going to be available in every one of the colors I'm going to show you. Right? I don't know. Does that make sense? Let me show you. Boy. All right. Hope that makes sense. I think that makes sense, right? Let me excuse myself here. For example, here it is in the blue. It's a pretty blue color. If you've bought any of our other acrylic pendants before, then you know what these colors are like. I'm going to put up the banner. I'm trying to think what banner I should put up right now. I'm going to put up the Patreon banner so that everybody can go there if you want to know why we're doing what we're doing. This is for the Forever Home campaign. Do you want to see them in all the colors as I do them, or do you want to see the colors later? What do you all want? Let me know. Here's the pink. And we did a different kind of engrave in these this time, which I really like. It like gives you a 3D effect on these. I think that's pretty cool. What do y'all think? We did a deeper kind of engrave on those. Let me just show you them. I'm going to show you the first one, at least in all the colors. I'm going to show you the first one in all the colors, because that way you know. You can pick your color and then maybe pick your quote, right? Here's the warmly, affectionately called Pepto Pink. Maybe doesn't give it the greatest thought, but it is a really pretty pink color. Suzanne says pink, right? Mary says, I love the font. Francis says, those are beautiful. Terry says, those are really pretty, and I love the saying. Thank you. So these are going to be available in the online store. And they're going to be the same as our other acrylic pendants, which I should know off the top of my head, but don't. $8. They will be $8 each only. Limited quantities of these because we don't have a lot of all the colors of acrylic, and we'd rather invest the money into the new store than buying more acrylic. So what we have is what we're going to have. So if you do see something you like, I hope you'll consider grabbing it. I'm going to get the other color. Like I told you, there's lots of colors. There are lots of colors. This is probably my favorite color coming up. I forget the name of this color. I even like the name of the color. Sea Holly Aqua. It's like a green and sometimes looks blue. So it's called Sea Holly Aqua. I think this is the Bluebell Blue. If you've gotten any of our pendants before, we use the same colors. So if you like the color you got, you can still grab that color. So this is Bluebell Blue. This is Sea Holly Aqua. This one, I believe, is the Rose Pink. I want to say this is Rose Pink. And then this is Pep Pink. Very peppy, right? Pep Pink. Kind of like the salmony pink one best. This one? Or this one? I don't know how they're coming across on all of your screens. And then, but wait, that's not all. Now these ones are a little bit these are more subdued. I gotta find it here. There it is. This was a purple that we originally had used for, there it is. This is, and it's a little bit transparent. So this will not have an AG on the back. The rest of these, they haven't been peeled on the back because we'll be putting an AG. This one, because it's transparent, will not be available, will not have the AG on the back just because we don't want you to have to see through that. But this was, what do we call this? This was originally for a Halloween. And it was something purple, but I forget what it's called. So this is a kind of a very special edition one. We're not going to have many of these. We just have a little bit of that purple left. It was a Halloween skull, Amy. Yep. Amy asked Halloween skull. Yes. And Suzanne says that's a Mardi Gras purple. That it is too, right? Yeah, we used it for a Halloween purple, and now I can't think. Terry says, I was going to say, I think I had Halloween charms in that purple. Yes, we did do a few different ones in that purple, and I can't remember what we called it, but Hauntingly Purple. It was called Hauntingly Purple. So that we're still going to have that available in that. And then we have that quote and all the quotes in this bright orange. We went through like all the acrylic. We're like, let's do it. Let's do them in the bright orange. Let's do them in the purple. So we have them in this bright orange color as well. So I think, let me make sure. Nope. One more, y'all. One more. I think this one. Okay, I think that's rose pink. I think this one is violet lavender. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure this next one is, I told you there's so many, so I didn't get them online yet. Violet lavender, which on my screen, not really coming up. Great, let me see if there's another. That helps it come up a little bit more like it should. It has a purple, let's see if I can get it to show up right. That's closer with the white background. But it looks kind of pink on my screen, but it definitely has a purple shade, like a purple undertone to it. And the fronts are matte, and the backs, I believe, are going to be glossy. Pretty sure it's glossy underneath there. But there'll just be an AG on the back for our logo, so you know where you got it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every quote I'm going to show you comes in these 8 different colors, materials, whatever you want to call them. All right, 8 different options. All right, so I'm going to show you the quotes. Let's show you the quotes in the wood. Marion says pale purple. Yeah, they are. They're like a pale. It's like a pale purple. It's really pretty. My favorite, the Sea Holly Aqua, of course. It's the greenest one of them all. All right, so if you want to grab any of these, like I said, you can wait until they're online, but if you really want to help us out, you can also grab them, send us an email, and let us know what color you would like and what quote you would like, and we can get to making that for you. We have one of each right now, but we will be making them to order as we need them. These will be available until we run out of the acrylic. So if you want to help fund our dream in Johnstown and help us do all those things that I'm making a crying mess of myself about, please grab some of these, and that will definitely help. All right. So the first quote we had, the home should be the treasure chest of living, Le Corbusier. Of course, Home Sweet Home is available. Marion says, my favorite is the wood followed by the holly green aqua. Nice. Home Sweet Home. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these colors up here so you can see them, and then I'm going to put the quotes. Maybe I'm running out of room. Let me put these up here. You can see those colors. And then I'm going to put the quotes here. There are a lot of quotes. Home is a name, a word. It is a strong one, stronger than any magician ever spoke or spirit ever answered to in the strongest conjuration. Charles Dickens. So some of these are longer quotes, right? Which some people really like the long ones, some really like the shorter ones. So we've given you an option. And remember, Andrew has shown you many, 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 many times how to do different surface decorations to these, especially the wooden ones. So if you do purchase the wooden ones, you can zhuzh them up yourself however you'd like. You don't have to leave them as they are, right? Although you can. There's nothing wrong with that either. These ones, Andrew has also shown you how to color in the lettering of the acrylic ones. But you can probably also decorate the acrylic ones as well in various ways, since they have this matte finish too. But you could play around with that if you wanted to. All right, so that's that quote. There is nothing like staying at home for real comfort. Jane Austen. There's nothing like staying at home for real comfort. Remember, I'm showing you the wood one just to show you the quote, but they are all available in all of the 8 different varieties, whether you want the wood or any of the acrylics. So if you see a quote you like and you say, oh, you're going to have that in the blue, the answer is yes. Yes, we will. So if you'd like, you can send us an email and purchase these. I will be working hard tonight to try and get them into the online store so that people can buy them. And again, this all goes to our dream of trying to, make Johnstown happen the way we'd really love it to happen. The next one, of course, there is no place like home. L. Frank Baum. There is no place like home. And I love this one. I love the font in this one and how it comes across in the acrylics, those deeply engraved acrylics. Like, how fun is that? And then let me show you in the blue too. Look at that one. I love how deep those are. It's a new thing we're doing, making them a little deeper on the acrylic. What do you think? Whoa! Teresa loves that quote, right? How can you not? The power of finding beauty in the humblest things makes home happy and life lovely. Louisa May Alcott. The power of finding beauty in the humblest things makes home happy and life lovely. That's a nice quote, right? So that one is available. The ache for home lives in all of us. Maya Angelou. The ache for home lives in all of us. Now, please also remember, we do wholesale on these often. So if you're interested, if you have a business and you're looking to purchase wholesale in any way or for anything that you'd like to do, add them to your jewelry line or purchase in bulk, we can talk about the different terms that we have for wholesale options. We generally do Keystone, which is 50% with a bulk buy. And we do let you mix and match designs as well. So if that's something you would like to do, you can mix and match to a point. Like, you can't pick out one of everything. It'd be a little bit difficult that way, right? Sandra says, I like the lavender and aqua green colors. Those are probably 2 of my favorite. Those, I would say, those 2. This slightly purpley and this sea aqua green. Or is it actually sea aqua? Sea holly aqua. Sea holly aqua, it's called. There are 1,000 ways to kneel and kiss the ground. There are 1,000 ways to go home again. Rumi. Suzanne says, I think you know my favorites, right? There are 1,000 ways to kneel and kiss the ground. There are 1,000 ways to go home again. By Rumi. Okay. Oops, sorry everybody. I was not on Instagram. Anybody out there on Instagram? Say hi. I think my Instagram feed, well, it's very behind on my computer. Home is what you take with you, not what you leave behind. N.K. Jemisin. This, I think, is my very favorite. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, I've moved to a number of different places between where I grew up, between going to college, between moving to New York, various places in New York, coming back here to Pennsylvania, moving in various places here in Pennsylvania. And this is one of the quotes. This one hits home for me very hard, because I think of the things, what are the things that you pack up? What are the things that, you know, that you take with you? What are the things that you decide to leave behind? What you take with you is home. And, you know, I think about if we had to pack up, you know, I'm one of those people, I'm struck with anxiety all the time. I'm always thinking the worst things, which is terrible. But like, if there were something that happened, if there were a fire, if there was, what are the things you would grab? What are the things that you would take? What are the things that are first in your mind? To me, that, you know, home is what you take with you. The things you take, the whether that's memories, whether that's physical things, whether that's, you know, your children, your pets, your you know, your family, your friends, those things that you take with you, however you take them with you, that's what home is. And this quote, this is my favorite one of the whole series. Home is what you take with you, not what you leave behind. And you may have a different interpretation of that quote entirely, but that's how I see it. That's how I saw it. Every day is a journey, and the journey itself is home. Natsuo Basho. Every day is a journey, and the journey itself is home. That's one of those that's supposed to remind you to, you know, be in the present, right? You're on a journey every day. You're living that journey. You're in that journey right now. That's your only place, right? Your only place. Right now, you are home. That is your place. Trying to keep that in mind. Where thou art, that is home. Emily Dickinson. Where thou art, that is home. By Emily Dickinson. I like this one a lot too. That might be my next favorite. You make home wherever you go. Maybe with the things you take with you, right? I think so. I think so. And the last one we have, the 12th quote, home is the nicest word there is. Laura Ingalls Wilder. Home is the nicest word there is. Laura Ingalls Wilder. Susan says, I love the Basho and the Dickinson quotes, right? Andrew picked out some really great quotes this time. And let's do a tie-in, right? Remember, everybody? Remember that challenge we gave you, the AG Live challenge, No Place Like Home exhibition? If you would like to make work with one of these quotes that showcases through your work what home means to you, these would be a great way to add something like that to your design, right? And you can decorate these, especially the wooden ones, however you want. You can do some decoration to some of the acrylics as well, depending on what mediums you use. But if you need a little extra for your creations for the AG Live Challenge to show No Place Like Home exhibition work, if you don't know what that is, if you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. I like to do a wrap up a little bit every once in a while. Andrew curated a show called No Place Like Home for the Metal Museum in Memphis, Tennessee. We are going there starting tomorrow to go for the opening of that exhibition and that show. And that is a show about queer people and showing what home means to them through their work and how they define home and what reflects home to them. And so Andrew, the other day on the live, gave you an AG Live challenge to use your work in some way to reflect home. So we ask you to hashtag No Place Like Home exhibition. Please tag us at Allegory Gallery when you show it off on your social media. And please also tag Metal Museum in Memphis when you show it off so that they can see too. We're trying to make this a big thing. Of course, we would love it if Andrew gets invited back to do an even bigger show. This is a smaller show this time, but you have to start somewhere. And we're very proud of Andrew. And hopefully this goes fantastically well and we can, they'll have him back and he'll do another show. So the more people that join in on social media and make this a thing, the more we can hopefully entice them to have Andrew back, right? All right. Now, Marianne says, Andrew makes it hard to choose a favorite, right? I know, he does. He's good at that. He's good at that. All right, so these are the pendants that we have ready for you. Now let me talk to you a little bit while these are here and you're looking at them. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit maybe so you can get a better look while I'm chatting. So the other thing we have, just to give you a kind of idea of what's coming up, Andrew's going to have some little artwork pieces, some collage pieces coming out that he's working on. They're in the works. Some of them are collage by hand. Some of them he's using some of the laser to create. It's going to be, I think they're going to be they're different. They're going to be different from his other things so far. And I think you're really going to like those. Of course, we're going to try and keep everything, within the realm of possibility for people price-wise. And so he'll be doing that. We are working on larger, when I say larger, I'm talking like larger, maybe not that large, maybe like that, enameled pendants. We have no idea how those are going to turn out yet. So they may or may not see the light of day. They may show up in the Patreon as a failure, but we're hoping that they show up on the website as a success. I think they're going to be really cool if they do. I've been working on the I want to say primitive layers, the beginning layers of those before we get into doing more on those. So we're working on that. We have Andrew's working on some artwork for me to make dye sublimation pendants and pins and tumblers and mugs and maybe totes. We'll see what happens. So we're going to have some dye sublimation stuff coming very soon. Once we get back from Memphis, maybe before, depending on how tomorrow goes. I don't know what tonight's going to hold for us. So we're going to have that going on. We are going to have We're working on some metal pendants. Those are probably going to be a little bit more pricey, I'm going to say, maybe. They're going to be multi kind of 3D kind of metal. We're hoping that all works out. We haven't quite gotten everything together yet for those. But we have a lot coming up for all of this, and we don't have a lot of time. So we're feeling the pressure. So if you do see something you like, please, I don't often beg, but please grab it if you like it and help us out and keep us going, keep the move going, and let us do the things we want to do in Johnstown. So hopefully someday y'all can come visit us in our permanent home, right? In our permanent home. That's what we're hoping for. And we'll see. Our forever home. See if we get there, right? See if we get there. Well, we're going to get there. Just how we get there is the question. All right, you've had a chance to look at these a little bit, maybe pick your favorites. Let me move these out of the way because I have something else to show you that we do have done. So far we have the inspiration, the Forever Home inspiration boxes that are available on the website. These pendants you can ask for by email, or I'm going to try and get those up here tonight if I get more pictures taken and the lighting is good enough to get those pictures done. I'm going to have those up on the website, and then the next thing is we've got a kit for you here. We've got a Forever Home kit. And you're going to start to see some color, similar colors happening, right? So this starts out with a big strand of those check glass ruler beads. These are vintage, and these are, oops, sorry, let me get this reset, zeroed out. 6.5 millimeter check glass ruler beads in this beautiful kind of aqua-y light blue color. So we have those in this kit. And then we have the vintage check glass, and there are going to be two of those beads. And then you're going to get this vintage check in that beige color, which is really pretty. Sorry, my nails are dirty. I was peeling the backs off of pendants today. And of course, the pendants come out charcoaled in the wood after they're lasered. And so my nails are a little bit gross, maybe. They're not really gross. They're just dirty. Maybe that's gross. I've seen worse. Or grosser, I should say. So those are really cute. So you're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8 of those. And then you're going to get these little swirly glass beads. And the holes actually go this way. So they would sit like this. And you're going to get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Marion says dirt from work is not gross. That's good. That's good. I also had dirt from plants in there a little bit before that too. Barnaby got a little overexcited with the catnip plant we have trying to grow in the yard. Both he and Gilbert keep eating it down to almost nothing. So he started grabbing it, and because there was barely anything left, he pulled it out by the roots, most of the roots. So I had to rebury it and rewater it, and hopefully it will come back. Got to keep him away from it. So that also was under my nails, right? And then you're going to get these two cute little charms. Now you're going to say those aren't perfect, right? And they're not, because they're hand drawn. These are a hand drawn item that Andrew hand drew, and he hand drew the hearts inside. So there's that kind of maker's touch to them. They're meant to look like that. They are from the heart, from the hand. As Andrew always, I forget his exact thing, but from the head to the heart through the hand. It's kind of, it goes from the idea, processes it through, love and creativity and through his heart, and then it comes out the hand, right? It starts as an idea, processes it kind of with love, and then it comes out by his hand. So these are hand drawn, and then they are cut on the laser from the hand drawing that's been digitized. Terry says his little houses are adorable. Thank you. Andrew will like to hear that. If you like these houses, there are going to be some more things coming out in house shape form because it's a forever home, right? It's a forever home is the campaign. And then not only that, but you're going to get this charm, which is a wooden cutout of a hand-drawn house as well. He hand drew this one too. So there you go. That's going to be the kit. If you are interested in the kit, that kit we're doing at $22. $22, which I think is a pretty good price, especially you get this big long strand of vintage check. You're getting 2 of these acrylic charms. You're getting 1 of the wooden charms. And then you're getting all these check glass beads. And these, I love these. I love these. So if you want one of those, there are very few of these kits available. So again, they are first come, first serve. If you want to send us an email, feel free to send us an email to grab one of those. Otherwise, I'm going to try and get this up in the online store pretty soon. We just finished this kit. Hi, Gilbert. He just came up to see me. We just finished this kit up before the live. Got the pieces together for it. Gilbert, I can't hold you right now, buddy. I will in a little bit. So there we go. So that is the Forever Home kit. That's number 1. We'll probably have more kits coming up. That's number 1. So if you want to grab that, please feel free to send us an email. Or again, I'm going to try and have that up very soon in the online store. That shouldn't take too long to take a picture of and get up. As long as my color correction goes okay. Sometimes when I run out of sunlight, it doesn't quite go that well. I can usually get better pictures at the cottage. So maybe I'll have to do it from over there, which will take a little bit longer. Now, not part of the Forever Home necessarily, but I wanted to remind you that we debuted some bee stuff. Wait, before I do that, I've got one more thing to show you. One more thing to show you for the Forever Home. It's this, of course. How could I forget? We're doing the shell pendant with the little heart house in it. And this is the smaller size of the shell pendant. It's 20 millimeters. It's a great size for a charm. Just to show you, it's just a tiny bit bigger than a penny. It's like an almost full eclipse, right? Just barely. And so this is the Forever Home. It'll be a shell pendant or a shell charm. It is one-sided. And those will be available for $6 in the online store. Or you can request it via email if you'd like, before I get them online. All right, so that's that. Okay, now, we did some bee stuff the other day, and the bee stuff came with some kits. And in case you missed these kits, we still have some. So I'm going to show you them again. And these will be going into the online store, but if you see any that you like particularly, you can go ahead and claim them through email. Susan says, oh, that shell heart house is so cute, right? I think so. All right. So you get these. You get these vintage plastic. I love these. They have those, they're almost like, I don't know if there's sequins in there, trapped in there. They look like they're trapped sequins. I don't think that's exactly what they are because they're clear. But there's some kind of trapped something that flash. And you get this vintage check strand. And this is a really cool strand. Love that strand. And then you get this crystal strand. Really, really pretty and really sparkly strand. And then you get this vintage, this check glass. This is check glass. I don't know if this is vintage. I think this is check. I don't know if it's vintage check. This is a long strand. It makes me believe that it's possibly vintage because it's so long. Normally the strands like that are shorter nowadays. This is my favorite color. This one, the yellow, the honey color, or the blue, the Forever Home kit. I don't know everyone's favorite color off the top of my head yet. I should, right? I think I would by now. We all know what some people don't like. Crystals are my jam, says Fran. Awesome. This is another kit that had the bee theme. So they had this long strand of ruler beads. Orange honey, says Teresa. There we go. Yeah. This is a real like honeybee kit. So you get the long strand just like the Forever Home, but in yellow this time. You get 2 of the ear wires that Andrew said looked like wings, that reminded him of wings. So you're going to get those. You're going to get the bee acrylic cutout. Bee acrylic cutout. And see, this is what I was saying. If you can see, the front side is matte, and this side is a glossy, a shiny. You can see a reflection there. That's what those other pendants are going to be like, right? Oh no, just looking, hanging in front of things like that. I like to play around with that. You're also going to get the seed beads, the 4 bags of seed beads. Suzanne's asking how much. That's a good question, Suzanne. Totally forgot that. Let me look up. Sorry. Gotta find them. Okay. The first kit was $24. This kit with all the seed beads and the acrylic pendant, I don't know how we did this, $16. It's like I'm all backwards or wrong. They also come with these jump rings. Where are you going, Gilbert? You need to go out? No, you're just going to hang out with me? Just making sure you don't have to go out, buddy. These jump rings, as you can see, they are oval shaped, but they are cut on the side. So whenever you are stringing up things, you know, when ovals, when you pull tight on ovals, they go to one side and the other, right? So instead of cutting them at the top where that might pull out, they cut them on the side so that it's a harder thing to split apart or have your jewelry fall apart with. So you get a bag of those. So this kit, $16. That's a great deal. Holy moly, how did we price it at $16? It's because we got these from that estate sale and we included them at that low price. That's how. I'll tell you right now. That's the only way we could have done that. Normally that kit would probably be closer to $28 to $30. And then the last bee kit that we had is, where is it? This one. Is this one. So you get this crystal, this honey crystal strand. Honey. We have this Do you talk for your cats? Do they all have voices and different personalities? Barnaby, he's one that talks. Honey, 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 honey. Just kiss me, honey, honey. He's a kisser. So he says honey, honey a lot. And when I say honey, honey, that's what it reminds me of Barnaby. So you get this, then you get this very long strand. And this kit is $22. And most of this price is, it's these long strands and these old strands. Fran says, honey crystals are very pretty. Thanks. Thank you. Glad you like them. You get these glass beads. And then you get this bee cut out in the wood. This bee cut out in the wood. Fran says, our Herman yells mom and I answer and talks till he finds me. So sweet. That's cute. Gilbert is loving on me right now. He wants to sit on my lap or leave the building here. One of the two, huh, buddy? One of the two. So just wanted to remind you, we do still have these available. If you'd like to grab any of those, please feel free. You can take a screenshot and send it to us, or just say the first, second, or third kit we showed tonight, or describe it, or even the price. All the prices were different. So the first kit, again, was $24. Oh, and I didn't show you. I'm missing the pendant out of the first kit. I grabbed one without the pendant. There's also a honeycomb pendant and an AG Fine pewter. Boy, I'm missing everything. There's also an AG Fine pewter with this one that is not in there. There's a toggle with that one. And nothing else with the black and yellow one, but there's an AG Fine pewter toggle and honeycomb kit or honeycomb pendant charm in the $24 kit, the first kit. Sorry everybody, I didn't pull the master kits. I pulled the ones we got to put all together at the cottage. So you get extra, even more than I showed you in those kits. Even more than I showed you. Marion says all three kits have their own meow. Sif is a very demanding lady. Barnaby is a demanding boy, especially when he wants to go out or go down. Ida Bell is getting very demanding, being very demanding. She talks a lot. She talks a lot to me. Are Phil squeaks and Smokey squawks. Hence, their musical act is squeak and squawk. That's cute, Susan. That's really cute. All right, everybody. Let me flip this camera back around. Terry says, night all, gotta run. Send an email about the pendants. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. We really, really do. Let me flip this camera around. Okay. Whoa. Yikes. So thank you again all so much for tuning in. Like I said, we really wanted to have more to show you. You know, I feel like we always feel like when we start a campaign, it has to come out with a big bang. And we've started feeling like this one was not as big of a bang as we wanted to debut with. But I think we still have some really nice things for you. We got the quote pendants there are 12 different quotes in 8 different color / materials. We have the new Forever Home kit, inspiration kit. It's $22. We have the Forever Home shell charm. That's $6. And we have more stuff that's coming. So if you saw anything you like, please send us an email. And I'm going to work on getting these things in the online store as quickly as I can, providing my light goes well here and editing goes well. And hopefully that'll make it easier if you want to place an order. The mystery, I keep saying mystery boxes, they kind of are, but they're calling them inspiration boxes. Forever Home inspiration boxes are available on the website right now, $75 each only. If you'd like to grab one of those, they are a small priority box chock full of good things, and they will ship quickly this time. I promise you. Sometimes they take a little longer. These ones we're going to get out the door real quick. And they will be on their way to anybody who gets them either the end of this week or the beginning of next is the plan. All right. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Suzanne says safe travels tomorrow. Thank you. Yes, we're traveling down to Memphis starting tomorrow. We'll be down there on Wednesday, and then we'll travel back Thursday. It's a quick trip, but it's nice. At least, we had to sacrifice going to North Carolina to get all this done. But I think we made the right decision, so we're not too crazy for this trip. All right. Marion says, the slower campaign is good because I won't have anything to spend on these goodies until after the middle of May. Sigh. I understand. I totally get it. But we appreciate your help. And yeah, we're going to be opening the store on Memorial Day weekend. So that's what all this is for, a forever home for Allegory Gallery, to get us open. Every little bit that you purchase from us is going to help us do that. So we appreciate it so much. Thank you. Have a great night, everyone. And maybe we'll see you here tomorrow, depending on what time our traveling happens. All right. Bye, everybody.